they shouldn't be following that.
I agree though.
Like if you don't
I agree,
know
but
them,
you can see like what their type is. Like say you go to their following and you're looking at all the girls they follow and you're like, that do not look like
that's
me.
not me.
And that was
why
like,
are we together?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you go and it's like a bunch of blonde bitches.
No,
Like
yeah.
you'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm not dyeing my hair.
Got a hair appointment. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the BCC. I'm your co-host Jen,
I'm your other co-host Imani.
and today we have a very special guest. This is Sol.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Are you
I'm
excited?
a little shy. Yeah.
She's a little shy.
No, yeah. I'm
Wait,
excited.
what are you? What sign are you?
A Libra.
A Libra.
Yeah.
Wait, so where did y'all meet, or how do y'all know each other?
We know each other. We both worked at BJ's.
Oh shit, we're all BJs over here.
BJ.
Yeah, I met her at BJ's too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
They met probably 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No formal introduction, nothing. We're on a time crunch though. We have no time, baby.
We don't bullshit.
We don't bullshit. We get to work, we clock in, and then we're ready to clock out as soon as we finish. But yeah, we met at BJ's.
Yeah.
So today's episode actually is about toxic ex, or no, just not even exes, right? Just toxic.
Just toxic relationships. In general.
Yeah. But it's funny because Imani doesn't know this, okay? But yeah. So when me and Sol met, like the year that me and her met, she ended up getting pregnant with her toxic baby daddy, right?
Oh.
And I'm the reason as to why they quote unquote broke up, right? I'm gonna give you just like the gist.
Yeah.
So does he not like you then, I guess?
No.
He thinks you're the devil.
He didn't like you at the time.
He did not. Like I remember, like me and him were friends before that, and then like I told her, and then he like totally like exiled me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he like stopped talking to me at work. Like yeah. Like,
Oh, he
like,
worked at BJ's too.
He worked
Yeah.
at BJ's too.
BJ's really be bringing the world
For
together.
real.
Shout out BJ.
Dude, my mom calls my son the BJ's baby.
The
I'm
BJ's
like,
baby. That
yeah.
makes sense because
Yeah.
he really was. There was like a lot of drama with this whole
So
like pregnancy and
much,
everything.
yeah.
Oh
But
my god.
anyways, long story short, right? So I was the reason as to why, because I told her like I saw him kiss another girl in the parking lot, and
No,
Another
but you have to
coworker?
say- No. Okay, so at the time, like whatever, me and him were trying to be together, and this girl, she came to BJ's and she dropped off something. But okay, so I was a host. I was in a server, so I was a
yeah,
host.
she was a host.
So this girl comes in. I was like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And she was like, "Can I talk to Bella?"
Oh wait, you
Name dropping.
we can be
No, we can bleep.
Okay, I'm like, bleep that
we
shit.
can call him another. I mean, everybody's good. You know what I mean? But whatever. Okay. We'll bleep him.
Bleep. Okay. There, she was like, whatever, and then I was like, sure. Oh, so then
Her being like,
it's like that
her
girl.
baby mama.
I know.
You
I'm
know.
all, oh, okay. So then I like go get him, and I'm like, there's a girl in the front that wants to talk to you, and I just like walk away, and he was like, oh fuck. So then he goes.
What was his face like? Was
he
his
was
reaction?
scared. He
you
was
could
scared.
see it.
He literally looked at me. He was like,
Oh shit.
and that's why I told him like that. I was like, there's a girl here to talk to you. And then I just like walked away because I'm like, who the fuck is that?
No, very much.
Yeah. So then
No, for
whatever.
real.
So then he goes takes her immediately outside. He doesn't even talk to her inside. He takes her outside to talk to
Oh,
her.
that's not a good sign.
Yeah, and then so then they talk whatever. She leaves. He comes back inside, and then I'm like blowing up his phone. I'm like, who's that? And he's telling me like, oh, she's just like a friend. Like she dropped off like a key because him and his friends were gonna have a party like a couple days later. So he was like, she just dropped me off something for the party, like a key to wherever, I don't know. And I was like, of course I didn't believe him. And then I go back, and I'm like pregnant and emotional, so I'm just in a
You're
like
pregnant
a
at the
bad
time.
mood.
She's pregnant
I
with
was
his
Oh my
son
god,
at the
no!
time.
I was,
What?
I was like,
Yes.
That changes everything.
Yes.
I was like 7-8 months pregnant by then. So
Yes.
then,
My
so
God.
then I'm like emotional, and then Jenny, like me and her don't really talk that much. She comes up and like everybody's checking on me because they saw the whole thing.
You're Jenny.
I'm Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi.
you're like here. And then so she comes up to me and she was like, what did you say? You asked me like what happened, or like what did he say, or something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't honestly remember.
Yeah, it was something like that. And I told you like, oh, he just said like she's just a friend, blah blah. And then she goes, oh, that's interesting because she dropped him off at work the other day and they kissed.
They kissed. It was the same girl.
So
Yeah,
you
'cause
saw it
I
and you
had
told
seen
her.
Yeah.
days
Oh,
before this that
fuck.
had happened. I was getting to work.
And you were off that day, or you just
no,
weren't
I
there?
wasn't at work. No.
And
Of
I
course.
was I was walking inside and I see him get dropped off by her, and then like they kiss. No, but I think.
But also, like, don't shit where you eat. Like, why are you doing that in the parking lot?
In the parking lot,
And it was
where your
girl,
baby mama
yeah,
works.
like what?
What?
The audacity.
The audacity,
Yeah.
bro.
Like, men are so
But
dumb.
it's because also like a couple of people that worked there also like knew about this
Okay.
and like didn't obviously tell her
Because they
anything.
were his.
Because they were close to Bella.
Mhm.
Oop, but bleep.
Oh, very close to bleep. Yeah.
To bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to tell me.
So nobody would tell
Doing your
her.
own bleep to bleep.
But yeah. But yeah, so like she said, like me and her were like super, super close, but like I mean,
After this, you're like, girl,
I was
listen,
like-
like I'm gonna
yeah,
have your
like
back.
obviously,
No,
dude,
yeah.
she's like pregnant. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
No,
like,
it's fucked
dude, if
up.
I were pregnant with some guy and like I saw, you know what I mean? Like if I were just in her shoes and like,
Yeah.
But
I would want
also-
somebody to tell me, dude, I saw them kissing.
But what did you think? Like, because y'all weren't so close, and you're just like, this girl's literally telling me.
I thought she was a real one.
A
Like
real
that's why I
bitch.
mean, like that's why I wanted to be her friend after
Yeah,
that because
period.
Yeah.
like I feel like especially during my pregnancy, that's why I feel like even if we don't talk all the time, stuff like that, like you're still a really good friend because.
Yeah.
There's so much like nobody told me, and you were one of the people that were like, okay, like I'm not gonna let her keep looking stupid. You know what I mean? Like you told me the truth. You could have easily been like, you know what I mean? Like I know,
mind your
none of my
business.
business.
Yeah, but no,
that
you
ain't none
told
of my
me.
business.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
literally.
Like I could have been like,
like anyways.
oh, that's crazy. He said that. Oh,
Oh, crazy.
oh
No,
shit. No,
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to 507.
Question. So, did you have the baby?
Yes.
Okay, just
I'm
I didn't know how the
7 months
story ended.
pregnant.
No, yeah,
I know
yeah.
there's not much you can.
No, yeah.
But
at
yeah,
that point,
no,
but-
and I feel like also like after that, I don't know, like after that happened, like me and her got pretty close. Like
Yeah.
right shortly after that, like I celebrated her for her birthday. I surprised her,
Yeah.
and we had like a little dinner at work with like her friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. You
And I fucking love her kid, dude.
yeah.
Aw, how old is he or she now?
Three.
or-
He just turned 3.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's so
"He's
cute.
Yeah. So here's the crazy part, right?
That's not even the. We haven't even gotten to the crazy part.
This isn't even
Oh,
the
no.
end. So I was the reason as to why she and her ex broke up.
Right.
She was the reason why me and Josh officially kind of broke up in a way.
Interesting.
Cause okay, so you know the story of me and Josh
I mean,
with bleep. Now I'll say his name. I don't care. But okay, so me and my toxic ex had broken up. I won't even go into the details to why we broke up, but it was just like 5 years, and I was just like, you know what? I finally realized, right? An instance happened where I finally realized where I was like, this man is not for me, because my man would not take away an opportunity from me, like career wise, and that's basically, long story short, what he did. Right?
did he also work at BJ's?
Yes. No. My bad.
That's what I was gonna say.
No. He worked at Cheddar's.
So how'd he take an opportunity?
It was right. It was
from you.
It was the year that I was officially starting my business.
Yeah.
And I was doing my sister's baby shower.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the baby shower? It was Delilah's first birthday party. It was Delilah's first birthday party. So this was last year. So I was gonna do Delilah's first birthday party, and I was like doing like I went all crazy.
You're doing
right?
it. You're going
Yeah.
for it.
I was doing the whole thing, and I was gonna start that to like post things and just start my business. It was my quote unquote my soft opening, basically, for my business. But before that, okay, I guess I'll go into it. That's the way we broke up. So I worked at BJ's, and then Cheddar's was right next door, and he worked at Cheddar's, right? There was a regular that would come in. That was his friend. He was a bartender at Cheddar's.
But would
And
come into BJ's.
he would come into BJ's. He was a regular at my bar top. So me and him became friends because he was a regular at my bar top.
Right.
But him and Josh were friends because they worked together.
Okay.
Okay. So he came in one day and he was like, yeah, I'm going to have a birthday party, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, like I'm actually trying to start up a business. If you need some help with the decorations, I would love to help you out. And he was like, yeah, I'm super down. Like get up with my girl. He gave me his girl's number. The day this happened, Josh was there. And so he ends up leaving, and then Josh was like, I don't know why he would tell you that. Like he hired people to like decorate like the party, and I was like, that's weird. Like I don't know why he would say that. So I didn't text the girlfriend, right?
Right.
Fast forward, I don't know, say maybe like 2 weeks, and me and Josh get into a fight. He ends up leaving this. I was working that day, and then the regular comes in, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? Like, why haven't you texted my girl?" And And I was like, oh, well, Josh told me, like, you had hired somebody to, like, pay for your decorations. So, like, I didn't, you know, like, I didn't want to, whatever. He was like, we didn't. Like, I don't know. He would tell you, like, he's lying. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
why would he say that?
Why would he lie about that? Like, why would he not want me to help decorate a party? That's literally what I was doing. I was going to be doing is, like, help somebody decorate. That's literally what I want to do as, like, a business. And I'm barely starting this up. And this is, like, I was just going to help. It wasn't even going to, like, they weren't going to pay me or nothing, you know?
Right. This was to help you get, like, content.
Some kind of,
basically.
like, a portfolio. To start building a portfolio. Yeah. So, and he's over here trying to take a business opportunity out of my hands.
Was it him that was going to?
Josh just didn't want me to help them out. He
just didn't want to see you shine.
Basically, bro.
I could see
and
that.
it was the very first time that I finally, like, I realized, I was like, this man out here,
he's
like,
plotting on my downfall.
He's plotting on my downfall.
Literally.
And, like, he's supposed to be my boyfriend of, like, 5 years.
My 5 years.
Of 5 years. My biggest supporter.
You're doing some snaky ass shit like that. What the fuck?
So that happened, right? So the day that, like, that guy came in and told me that, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I called him when I got home and I was going to, like, break up with him. Come to find out he had blocked me. Because, again, we had fought before.
You're trying to break up with him and you're like, couldn't. You're like, what the fuck?
Well, no, because, like, Josh would do this thing where he would go out and drink and he would block me.
You.
So I wouldn't blow him up.
Toxic.
Toxico.
The behavior.
Yes.
Toxico.
No,
that's classic toxic behavior. If he's blocking you, ladies, that's because I want to talk about red flags, but that's definitely a red flag. If he like starts blocking you, red flag.
Blocking you to go out, red flag.
To go out, it was literally
even if he unblocks you at the end of the night.
Maybe he was cheating on me every time he would block me, but like for me, like in my view, like in my eyes, like it was just because like he wanted to go drink and he didn't want me to blow him up because I would blow him up. I'd be like, bro, go home. Like, go home, stop, okay, you've had enough. Or, like, if I'll be like, okay, cool, stay with him, like, 10 minutes and then go home. You know what I mean? Like, because I was always the one to I wanted him to be better.
I was going to say, he's, like, upset that you have his best interest at heart. And he's like, I don't even want to hear it.
Exactly.
Like, how
isn't that
sad?
Isn't it? Dude, but it took me so long to realize it because I was telling her, like, 2 years in the relationship and we would break up and it'd be because, you know, of his alcoholism. And then he would hit me up and he'd be like, look, we don't even have to be boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, I just need a friend. Like, I just need a genuine friend to help me get better. Like, I just need you to help me get better. And then he would convince me.
He's a grown man. Why can't he get better on his own?
Listen,
I'm not saying you can't have a support system, but like, it's not someone else's responsibility.
Exactly. You need to do it on yourself. But anyway, this is how he would convince me. This is how we would literally, this is how we would get back together. So he'd tell me that, like, I just need you, like, you're the only one that actually helps, blah, blah, blah. We would end up hanging out. We're supposed to not be boyfriend, girlfriend, like, it's just friends, hang out. Obviously, eventually, like, hook up. And then, like, we'd start dating again. It'd be, like, back to normal, right? Like, it was never broken up or anything. And then we'd go out one day, and then he'd be like, babe, let's have a drink. Like, let's just have a drink. Like, let's just have fun tonight. We'd have one drink, and then, okay, like, that's it, right? And I'd be like, okay, like, let's go home or whatever. Let's just, like, have another one. Like, it was like anytime we would go out, he would always pressure me to keep drinking.
Almost like he'd be trying to get you to do what he wanted and make him feel better about what he's doing.
For him, like, drinking, getting all fucked up, that's having so much fun. He's like, let's have fun tonight. That was like his quote. Like, let's have fun tonight. Like, let's just have fun tonight. Let's drink and like.
Sad. I feel like that's a broken soul.
No, literally, bro. But anyways, yeah. So, we broke up. Oh well, he had blocked me. That's where I was. so it goes from another to another. Anyway, so he had blocked me. So then whatever, I was like, I didn't even trip. Usually I would trip. I would go like, I don't know, pull up, see where he's at. Like, go to his grandma's house or just go to his favorite bars and see if he's there. But I didn't give a fuck at that point, like, I was really done with him. Yeah, I really was. And so I waited for him to call me the next morning. Sure enough, he calls me, and then he's acting like nothing. Obviously, he didn't know, because usually, like, I would have texted him. Because even if he blocks me and I text him, like, I'll go through the next day or whatever.
Or I wonder if he woke up and was like, oh, my God, like, why is she not blowing me up right now?
Yeah, no, he literally, like, called me like nothing. I think he just didn't think. I think he thought that I didn't realize, since I was at work, that he thought I just, like, went home. Because, again, we had fought. So he was probably like, she's just mad.
Like, I got away with it.
Yeah.
Like,
she don't even know she was blocked all night last night. And she don't even know what I did.
Right.
Right. So, yeah. So he calls me in the morning, and then he was like, hey babe, like blah blah blah. I don't know, I don't remember what the fuck he was saying, but I remember being like, look, like it's over, I don't want to be with you anymore. I broke it down. I told him like what's his name came yesterday. He told me that, you know, you basically lied. He was trying to gaslight me. He's like, that's not even what I said that day. And I was like, dude, you're talking like, he was just gaslighting me. He's like, I didn't even say that, blah blah blah. And I was like, this and this, like I broke it down. I was like, look, plain and simple, this happened, blah 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 blah. I'm done. Like I'm fucking done, it's over. And I told him, I was like, I've never felt like you're my best friend, and I feel like when it comes to a relationship, you should feel like your person is your best friend. Like that's my homie, you know? Yeah. That's my ride or die, and I never felt that with you. And I think he was like, damn, true. And then we broke up. So then we broke up. It had been like 2 months of no contact. We had broken up for like a month, and he would kind of still try to hit me up. It was always him at first. He would text me, blah blah, did a couple crazy things, and then a full month of no contact. And then I finally, when we had broken up, he had mentioned me not inviting him to my niece's birthday party. He was like, I want to go, blah blah blah, and I was like, why would you go? Like, where it's over, like there's no reason for you to go. So and then like a month later, when I started missing him, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invite him. So then I texted him and I was like, I have something for you, and I gave him the invitation. This is the first day again. I told you, I think I told you this. It had been like the first time after a while for us not talking. So very first day, he comes over, he picks up the invitation, he's grabbing me by the waist, he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and then he leaves. We had been texting about like him coming over like to work or whatever, and things weren't adding up. So I told him, and I still have the messages because the proof. I straight up, I was like, look, if you're gonna go hang out with your boys, if you're dating someone, just tell me. Like there's no reason to lie anymore. We've been broken up, we're not together anymore. Like just tell me, there's no reason to lie. Gaslit the fuck out of me. He was like, you're always assuming, blah, 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 blah.
Getting defensive. So
defensive. And then I didn't even text him back. He goes out of his way an hour later and he's like, I'm going to hang out with blah, 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 blah. I'll text you tomorrow. I was like, okay. This is a Sunday night. I'm closing. 30 minutes before closing, Soul texts me. And she's like, hey, are you still with Josh? And I was like, no, not really, right? I said, not really, right? Yeah, you're like, no, not really, like, blah, blah, blah. Why? And she was like, oh, because he's here at Wingchuck, which is where she worked at the moment.
Did he know that she worked there, or he didn't
know? He didn't know that I worked there.
No, because she had been there for like
you said you think he recognized you, though?
I think he did recognize me, because once I saw him the very first time, he got up and he went to the bathroom, like all weird, and then he came back and he obviously had to sit next to whoever he was with. But
interesting.
So she texted me, she's like, he's here with another girl. And then and then I go, and then sure enough I walk up and
she pulled like, up.
I pulled up
while he was there on his date. Oh my god, what happened?
I was gone already, so
she had already and I had told her too, I was like, send me a picture, because she was like, I don't even know it's him. And so like I started doubting it too, because like I started blowing him up, and usually when I would blow Josh up, he would either block me or he would like answer and be like, what's up, and then like after that block me usually. But I start blowing him the fuck up and he's not answering. This is for a whole 30 minutes. So I remember it was like 30 minutes before we closed, and like I remember I closed so fast that night. Like
I'm late. I gotta go.
I'm late.
I gotta go clock in somewhere else.
I need to go clock someone.
I love that.
So I was blowing him up and he wasn't answering, and also the fact that she was saying like it might not be him. I was like, fuck, like I really hope it's not, because like that shit gonna hurt, you know? And we haven't been together, but like just the fact that it was like that day, like that day was the very first day that I had talked to him. And also like we had just had a conversation where I'm like, bro, tell me straight up, and he's like gaslighting the fuck out of me to the point where I said sorry.
Oh my
I was like, I was like, I'm sorry.
No, literally. I hate it when they fucking turn that shit around on you, and then you're the one apologizing. You're like, sick.
So
Like,
sick,
what the
bro.
fuck
I was like,
happened?
I'm sorry. I guess I misunderstood.
Fuck.
And he was like, nah, like, and kept going. Yeah, and kept going. It
That makes
just-
it so much
But
worse.
like
Which
you're
makes
such
it
a
worse.
It does.
Which
that just goes to
makes
show
it
like
worse.
you're such a kind soul though
Yeah.
that like even when you're upset you're able to see the other person's
Yeah.
point of view and the other person's side and still say like I'm sorry.
And him, it's for you to be doing that, and he's like trying to make you feel even worse. When he
Oh.
knows,
When he knows, he's like,
He knows.
when he
In the
knows,
wrong?
he's like,
Sick.
oh no,
That's not enough.
when he's like
real.
when he's planning a date with another girl, bro, like he probably had already texted her,
Yeah,
like,
they were already
babe, where do you
planning-
want to go
yeah,
eat
they're
today?
already planning on
No,
what
literally,
appetizers they were
literally.
gonna fucking order and shit, and you're like, I'm sorry.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah. So, but isn't it crazy? Like because of me, they broke up because of her. Like I found him out.
No, that is crazy.
Because if that wouldn't have happened, he would have texted. Like we would have texted the next day.
Yeah.
He probably would have gone to Delilah's party. Like,
But like also if
like, we
you
probably would've
didn't
gone back
go
together.
out of your way to tell her like
To
what
tell
she
her.
saw,
Yeah, I would.
then or what you saw, then y'all probably wouldn't have been as close.
Yeah.
we would have been close.
Maybe.
She would
And then
have.
she wouldn't have-
Bella. Like
You still be with that guy. Oh, that's
bro, the tea
girl
with him.
power.
Girl power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just crazy that it just coincided with
Yeah.
our toxic exes too. 'Cause,
Right.
Like, okay, well, I have a question. How many relationships out of all the relationships would you consider toxic that you've been in?
I would say, well, I've only had 2 serious relationships before I guess 3, counting the one I'm in now, but like that's not toxic. But my first one, I wouldn't really say was toxic. I think it was just very immature. Our relationship was very immature and how he would, I guess, really how he would go about things. And because I was also younger, so it's like I was kind of wanting him to lead, you know, and it wasn't good how he was leading it. And then the second one, I wouldn't say super like toxic, but it definitely was manipulative, but I didn't see it at the time. But like looking back, I would say like, yeah, I would probably consider it toxic, but maybe not in a way that
So just
other
one?
people. Yeah, I would say I've had a situationship that was ended in a very toxic way.
Okay.
But like the relationship I was in, it was very subtle. It was very subtle manipulation. He was really good at it. It was really fucking
Subtle.
good.
How? Explain.
Yeah.
Like just my mom would say he has the gift of the gab and that he was a lot like my dad, and I didn't really see it at the time or really want to believe it because I'm like, ew, don't even say that.
Don't even compare.
But he just knew exactly what to say to, and he always appealed to like my logic. And I'm a very emotional person. I go about things in a more emotional way, obviously, but I'm a female too. And he would always look at things very logically and almost like take emotions completely out of it.
It's so annoying.
And every time I would try to like say something about how I would feel, he'd always give me, what is it called? Like a simile, like a metaphor, but like a hype. I forget the name of it, but like giving me like, okay, well, if you look at it in this way, like that's basically telling me this, and giving me like I forget the word for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say though?
No.
I can't think of it.
Oh,
I can't think of it, but just talking in like fucking riddles, basically. Like I swear to God, like
This was the Riddler.
Yeah.
I was dating the Riddler.
literally. And like I remember whenever I'd try to say stuff about how I would feel, he would basically just try to logically negate everything I said by putting it in a different
shut it
words.
down?
Yeah, and just say like it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense, and it's
that
like
you're feeling that way.
right, and almost
What?
trying to like just he always had a reason and a justification for him doing what he did. And every time like it was just not good, and he'd always be super hypocritical, like saying
This is the one that we were talking about, that you would be scared to bring your vape around.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 1, we were talking about how like that's a red flag. Like
What?
if you feel scared of how they're gonna act, like Jackie was telling me.
What do you mean?
Like
How they're gonna?
like Jackie was telling me that there was an ex that she would talk to, and she'd be scared, like if she was on FaceTime with him, to hang up, to just be like, all right, I gotta go, because of how he'd probably be like, what the fuck, like what were you doing, blow her up and stuff like that. Just like little things like that. Like you shouldn't be scared of how they're gonna act,
Like
because they
micromanaging
would
their
judge.
emotions and
Yeah.
their reaction to things.
Yes.
Like I shouldn't have to do. I should just
No,
be
yeah.
able to
I
be
should be yourself.
completely
Yeah.
how I want to be.
And then you should be like, true.
yeah, like
Like, cause
you don't
we
have
wouldn't
to
do
agree,
that with
but
a
you
best
have
friend.
to like respect it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But I will say in both my relationships, not the one I'm in now, but both my previous relationships, I remember just feeling very conflicted and very confused. Obviously, I thought I was in love, and I thought at the time like I wanted to be with this person, but I remember at the same time, both times, and they're 5 years apart, literally praying to God and saying like, please give me a sign.
Dude.
Do I need to be like in this relationship or not?
Yeah.
If you're at that point, break up with him.
That's your answer. I'm like,
Interesting, because
literally,
I was
your
at that point.
answer.
I was there with Josh. Like there was several times where I was like, please, like if we're meant to be, just
Dude,
like
I do
let us
that.
be together. She's like,
Throw them all away.
She's like, I did that last
I
night.
literally did that yesterday. That's crazy.
This is your
And
sign.
ooh, it's your sign. So no, but we've been telling her.
No, yeah. That's
But-
crazy. Okay. I'm like, okay, noted.
But
Noted. I took the sign. Sign has been seen. Okay.
my most toxic experience though was with a situationship, and
Wait. I want everybody to answer.
Oh,
the,
yeah,
how
yeah.
many?
Sorry.
So out of my relationships, I'd say just the one. One's been
Just that
toxic.
one.
But
Out of
honestly,
how
if
many-
anything, I think I've only been in 2 serious relationships. It was just
Okay,
it was
so-
just Josh and Jeremy.
Right.
But like I've had several situationships, and I think out of my several situationships plus relationships, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And one of them, it was really just I would do toxic things like on purpose.
Oh my god, this bitch.
Okay, so y'all were just
We're
fucking
talking
doing
about
it.
being traumatized when we didn't ask for it. That's what we're talking about.
I just like thought it was so funny though. Like I knew what I was doing, and I was
You're like, I have experience.
no,
But
like
that time whenever we were in the car and like we were talking and then I said something to you and I was like, I totally just used a phrase my ex would use on me on you. I was like, I just wanted to gaslight you.
You're
And
like,
it
I
worked.
just
she just like
manipulated you.
yeah, she gaslit me. She was like, I just wanted to know how it felt.
I wanted to do it.
I just
myself.
wanted to be a man for a second. But what about you?
Yeah,
So?
what about you?
I think probably 2, because I feel like the first one, it was kind of toxic, but I was in high school, so I feel like that's normal. I was like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like a little.
But it was normal. But she was telling me about it earlier, and that was
No, yeah,
Not
the
normal?
second one,
Not
no.
normal.
No, honestly, I would say 3, which is really bad. But like the first 2 were in high school, and then like a recent one, like yeah, like I feel like it's a little toxic, but yeah, the first 2 is high school, so I feel like it can't not get toxic in high school. I feel like that's
true.
I
You can
think
excuse,
common.
I feel like, high school
I
just
wouldn't say
because.
excuse, but like you
Well,
said, it's kind of like immature.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't really know.
You're
You're
just
kind of
younger.
just.
You're kind of like
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know what you're doing.
yeah,
honestly.
literally.
I feel like especially the guys, like,
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know.
just like
Fuck
going
it.
with the
They
flow.
don't-
Yeah,
They just want to fuck.
They don't care.
No,
honestly.
yeah,
At that
they-
age, like, I
At
doubt
that
they
age,
give
for
a fuck
sure.
about
Oh, yeah,
like,
they're
your
not-
feelings.
They are not trying to like be spiritual and
No.
like be
Yeah.
connected and
Be
all
good.
that. No, yeah, they're not thinking about being dads or nothing like that.
No.
They're really just trying
Right.
to
Yeah, no,
fuck
yeah. Mm-hmm.
at that point. Okay, so what did you want to get deep into?
I would say like my
Like,
most
the
toxic
craziest
ex-
situation.
experience was like over the like relationship. Mine would be in my situationship. Like we had been like seeing each other for like 2 years, like pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
But
Seeing each other as in just hooking up, or were you guys like going on dates, like hanging out with friends?
we did go on like a date once. No, we didn't
Once.
hang out with friends. Yeah,
Hey,
and I
that's a
paid
red
for it,
flag.
and I took us out because I'd be like, I want to go out.
You took your guys out.
Yes, because he said like Christmas time was hard for him, so like I wanted
Oh.
to take him like to go do something like
Ugh,
during.
I hate that we're so much like
We're
so-
like, that's so
you know?
awful.
No, you know, it's you know what it is like that we like to we see something broken and we're like, I just want to fix you.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Exactly.
make you feel better. Yeah. Okay.
But we would like hang out. So like we would hang out. He would come over and like we wouldn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like sometimes.
There
So it
was
wasn't
times, yeah,
always
it wasn't
just
always,
like
yeah.
physical. But
Okay.
I was kind of at that point where like I was just over it. I didn't want to see him anymore. I feel like I was finally ready to break that cycle. I just saw my worth more. And basically, someone had told me he had allegations.
Oh.
Like
Of what?
rape allegations.
Oh my.
And someone who knew him personally or like worked with him and knew the girl personally that made these
The allegations.
allegations. So I think they're true. I'm not really sure, but I kind of like, I was drunk whenever she told me, and I called him because I wanted to hear his side of the story, you know? And he just got super defensive, basically cussed me out, hung up, didn't talk to me for a week, called me drunk like a week or two later, asking to come over. I was saying yes, and I was saying no because he kept saying shit out of spite to like hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And I was like okay,
what?
no. Like he was saying like I could introduce you to my friends, like these guys, like I think like basketball players or something. He's like, but you just like every like new shiny thing, and you just want like whatever is new and shiny, and like basically like calling me a hoe and calling me like that I just go after whatever is nice, which is crazy because he would always talk about his ex, and that's what he would say about his ex. So I'm like, I feel like you're just using the
same one.
yeah,
on
like
every
that,
girl.
or like you're
he's
like
projecting,
or you're or like he's really still torn up over this girl. Because he kind of talk about her a lot, but anyways, yeah, he's still in love with her.
We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that. We'll circle back,
but let me wrap it up. But anyways,
we'll
so so I was like saying no, you can't come, like just don't come, whatever. Oh, let me add, he asked for gas money in the beginning of this conversation when he literally lives like 5 minutes away. And I say no. Somehow he's like getting in the car. He's in the car and I tell him no, like for the last time, and I keep like hanging up and he keeps blowing my phone up. And this guy's driving. Anyways, he's driving off fast. I can hear it. He got that gas money because he's driving, bro. Like, and he's driving fast. So like,
he's using that gas.
And yeah, he was like, I'm gonna kill myself, and it's your fault. It's partly your fault. And he said that multiple times. And he was like, you're not gonna hear from me. You're not gonna see from me. You're gonna see my body on the exit by your house tomorrow, and all this shit. And
psycho. That's just like psycho shit.
I feel like it was almost purposefully orchestrated, like because right around that time, exactly a year before, like my dad had passed away from like suicide, and so like and he knew that, and I feel like he almost did that on purpose, because he knew I would let him come over after that, because that's like I don't want that on my conscience, and I did. Then I did not see him, like that was the very last time I saw him. I was like, this is so bad, like this is so fucking toxic. I'm not even dating you, like I'm good.
And then what happened after? Or do you know
and then about that? No, I mean I don't talk to him, like I literally just don't talk to him.
Isn't that the
and I have a boyfriend now, and now he's like hits me up, but I just blocked him because like
it's not
I'm happy. Leave me alone. You literally had your chance.
Wait, question, it's not the poop guy?
No.
Oh
no, not the poop guy.
That's for another episode. That's for our dating episode.
That's the dating episode where we
get into our worst dates ever.
The worst dates ever.
So we'll
snippet. Now you know, poop guy.
Yeah, watch out for that one.
Watch out for that episode.
But
that's crazy.
It is
okay,
crazy.
so circle back to them talking about you.
I feel like red flags. Like, what do you think is a big
red flag?
Okay,
that for sure. I guess like them talking about their exes.
Too much.
Talking shit. You get like one chance to tell me about her,
and I'm
then
asking
shut the fuck up.
You don't bring her up first.
Exactly.
You don't ever bring her up. I'm asking.
Right.
Who was she?
Yeah. What happened? And
how in love were you with her? Right? Do you guys like to ask about
things? Love it. I want to know the tea. I need to know everything.
Tell me, what position was your favorite with her?
No, it could not be me, bro. I get too jealous.
No, but
I get mad.
I can't do that. No,
it's called like retroactive jealousy.
No,
like I don't want to hear about that shit.
No, I have it bad.
Interesting.
I'll like whenever I would ask the questions, those intrusive questions, like thoughts like that, I would just make myself upset after.
That's how it was too.
Like,
yeah.
Can't asking if I was like the best you ever been with. He was like, yeah, you're like top 3. I was like,
who the
fuck?
Two.
Like, and then they'd be like, U.S.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
and I was like, you could have answered differently.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I think that is like on us. So like, come on, like, why are you gonna ask some stupid question you really don't want the answer for? You know what I mean? Do you really want the truth? Because the truth be hurting sometimes. Yeah. What's another red flag? I think when they're like I wanted to pull up my phone because I wanted to see the text with that one Tinder man that I was like, red flag. What do you remember what he was asking me? Oh, I was telling him that I was gonna do something, and he's like, who let you?
Oh,
who said you could?
Who said you could?
Or who gave you permission?
Who gave you permission? That's a red flag.
Even if it's a joke, who the fuck?
And he was saying like it was a joke. Nah, because this man was acting very much.
Nah, because if you would
like
if you would have been like, I'm sorry, babe, I'm sorry, daddy, he'd have been like,
he'd
oh,
have been
fuck
like,
yeah.
that's what I thought.
That's what I fucking thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say maybe just like being hypocritical. Like my ex would tell me, he would be very controlling, and he would be like, I don't want you to wear makeup. I don't want you to wear I don't want you to wear shorts outside. I don't want you to not wear a bra outside. I don't want you to like literally ever look good or
I'm
like
sorry, but like why would you let him say those things? I would have been like,
and because he would put it in a way that's like, you're a reflection of me, and I don't want to be dating. I want to be dating someone that makes me look good.
Yeah,
but it's Texas and it's the fucking summer, bro. Like I'm gonna go outside in shorts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in a thong and
For
what?
then you made
But
it worse.
then the thing is he would say that, and then he would be on Instagram liking pictures of bitches that were like big ass titties, fat old BBLs, hella makeup.
Okay,
and I would be like, why are you doing that? And you're telling me you don't like that. You don't want me to do that, but you like that on Instagram. He's like, just because I like the picture doesn't mean I actually want to be with that or I like it. And I'm just like,
that makes me
first
so
of all,
like, so mad.
No, but like,
so
why
mad.
did I actually listen to that? Like, I'm so fucking stupid.
Oh no.
Like, what?
Not the whisper. I'm so dumb.
Never again, dude.
Yeah.
Like, never again.
Controlling
What you wear, and then just
controlling
that's
anything.
crazy. Just anything,
That's
like where you
controlling
go, who you hang out with, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would also get upset with me and tell me like, hey, like stop telling your family and friends about the things I do to you. That make me upset. And I'm like, it's maybe stop doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe stop doing it instead of telling me not to tell people.
Literally.
Like, I can see why. Right. Maybe don't be a fucking asshole.
Like,
have you ever thought about that?
Maybe treat me right.
Yeah.
Like maybe just try it. We'll see.
Just an option. Just throwing it out there.
I think another red flag is like the whole, like you just reminded me, the whole Instagram thing when they follow like
I already know what you're gonna say.
When they follow, okay, so for me, like it really bothers me when they follow like thousands of girls, and it's even worse because it's like if they don't know them personally, why? But they don't follow them back either. They're just like on multiple girls' Instagrams trying to get attention.
Being a fan.
Yeah.
Just being a fan. And it's like at some point you're a man. Like I feel like why? Like what's the point? Especially when they don't follow you back. You're not getting the attention back. You're literally giving it for like what?
What? Yeah.
For the free.
For what?
Have some respect for yourself.
Literally. Like literally. I just don't understand that.
It's like looking at just soft porn all day.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's like naked girls like that, but also it is good. I wouldn't say I try not to go look through my man's following or shit like that. My best friend does that all the time, and I'm like, if you want to look for if you're trying to look for something, you're gonna find it. I'm not gonna go hurt my feelings like that.
That's true.
But what happens in the dark will come to the light. I feel like
they shouldn't be following that.
I agree though.
Like if you don't
I agree,
know
but
them,
you can see like what their type is. Like say you go to their following and you're looking at all the girls they follow and you're like, that do not look like me.
That's not me.
And that was
why
like,
are we together?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you go and it's like a bunch of blonde bitches. Like you'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm not dyeing my hair.
Got a hair appointment. I'm kidding.
No, we're past that.
I'm just kidding.
That's when you know like you're toxic. You know what I mean? When you're trying to change
yourself
up for somebody
to be what they want.
To be what they want. Yeah,
right.
to be what they like. Yeah. What's the craziest thing you've done as you being toxic? Can you admit to being toxic? First of all,
I can for sure.
I can for
But
sure.
I don't think
I already said it.
I don't think it's me. Like I feel like
they bring it out of you.
I've developed.
It's like reacting
because it's reactive. Yeah, like you. If you treated me okay, good. Not even okay. Treat me good. Like I'm gonna be good. Like I'm
right.
Not, but like you, if you treat me like shit, you're gonna make me like a certain way.
You're gonna trigger,
and I can't help that because like that's what I'm used to. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like I can, like the whole Instagram thing, like I will go, if I like this guy, whoever I'm with, I'll go through it and I'll look because that matters to me. Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes like, I don't know, it's just like, you kind of have to do it sometimes. You just have to be prepared a little bit. Like you have to know like what they're like, especially that.
Before you start dating,
I feel like
think?
that's such a big sign. It is such a big sign.
It
they
is,
follow?
and it's
Yes.
like free public information. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
that out there, like
Yeah.
don't be upset.
And
Don't be
there's
upset.
there's times like I've seen where it's like you scroll through someone's, like a guy, you're with some guy and you scroll through their followers and you're like trying to see like who they might be messing around with, and you're like, no, it can never be her. Later on, it's literally
It's
that
them.
girl. And you
It's
want
the
to know that
person.
happened with Aaron too. I remember that was the one thing that really bothered me. He was that kind of guy where he would follow so many girls, like liking just all over everybody for no reason. And I remember I was looking through his followers, and I remember I saw the girl after, and I was like, no, like not her. No, literally had a freaking baby with her after me. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Yo, can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Like that type of toxic. That's the type
Yeah.
of toxic that
I'm wondering, does he have like a breeding kink?
No,
No.
bitch.
He's
Tell
just
me
piece
why.
of-
Like this man has a whole ass family with another girl
Yeah.
and hasn't talked to her son, his son.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 2 years, it's a year and a half.
Almost gonna be 2 years. Yeah, but like what I was saying right now, like I was looking through his stuff and I was like, no, it cannot be her. Like whatever, it was her, and he got her pregnant like 2 weeks before I even had our son. Like so they're 9 months apart, like almost exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was
She
like,
doesn't care?
No, she's never cared. She's never cared. Never.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo.
Crazy stuff.
That's wild. I feel like, I don't know if I would say I've been toxic, but I mean like yeah, but not like purposefully. Like I
Yeah.
can look back and say, hey, yeah, maybe that behavior
probably-
Like, I
was
shouldn't have acted
toxic.
I
I think
probably
I could have
shouldn't
been
have hit
the
him.
take the high road a little
Yes,
bit.
that's
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
No, I
feel like maybe it all kind of boils down to like me holding on to something that I
Yes.
should have let go though.
Yeah.
And so I'm acting in ways that like I shouldn't, because it shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be in that situation anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The time
Yeah.
that I was toxic and I knew what I was doing, but
you're laughing.
it was just so funny because I remember it being so funny, like in my head, like when it was happening. But okay, so it was this guy that I was hooking up with, and dude, I can't even tell you what the fuck happened, but I just remember being like I remember being in the car and I was like, no, like I don't want to, like I don't want you to leave, like, and I kept telling him like no, and he was like, dude, like get out of my car, and I was just like no, and like yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you
like-
jumped out the moving car.
No, I've definitely done that though. Have you guys ever?
I've
Well,
never
not
done
not a moving car, but like we were like in traffic and stuff, and like I just
Oh.
like got out of the car.
No, I've
I did that
never
with
No,
Josh.
but I have jumped out of a
Like 2 or
moving
3
car, but it was
times.
only like 5 miles
yeah,
in a parking lot.
That's
That should hurt,
toxic.
bro. It's
That's
Oh,
bad.
girl. I bet.
don't do
Yeah.
that. It's
Don't do
actually a
it.
lot faster than like you think.
You're like, it goes
Yeah,
faster
even
than
if you
you
guys
think.
know, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yes.
Like, you're
I've
gonna
had a
scrape
friend
your
that did
bit-
that.
your
I was like
knees up.
imagining like in GTA, like when you just roll out the car, and like I was
You're
like, it's
fine.
naturally
You're
like
like-
I'm just gonna go with the movement.
She said, "Nah." It's
And
like,
I was
I
just
do
like,
this. I do this on the daily.
Oh my gosh.
This is what I do.
This is what I do. Okay, I
Hey.
done did do this. But yeah, I think that was like it was just so funny to me because he was like getting mad. Like I was pushing his buttons to get him mad. You know,
What would you say is like red flags for like girls though?
a red flag that like girls do.
Yeah, like for a girl, like if a guy was listening to this or like wanting to
Okay,
know
that's
what
good,
us
that's good.
girls
Yeah,
think
that's
Yeah.
good.
a red flag is for a girl.
For a
Girls. I'm trying to
girl.
think of what I've heard guys say.
Right.
Like,
Um,
I'm like,
Girls are perfect.
We're perfect. We're literally perfect. I can't think of anything.
We're just full of love, and if we do anything bad, then that's literally on you.
it's because you treated us bad.
No, but half the time that's
but
true.
like,
No,
for
most of the
real.
time.
Isn't that like a saying?
Yeah.
Like if you treat your girl
Yes.
good, like
You're fine.
she's gonna treat you 10 times better.
Just like
Right.
that guy said, you're a reflection of him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the way you
exactly,
treat me
and
too.
the way
like,
if-
not just of how I look, like not because you want me to, like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we do have some toxic traits.
We
I mean,
do.
There is some
I'm trying to
toxicas out
think.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could definitely consider
Honestly-
myself toxica back then. Like I really was. Like I really, really was.
Okay, question. Have you ever, if this is too much of a personal question, that's fine. You don't have to answer it. Have you ever, like,
Yes.
hooked up with someone out of spite?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean, like out of spite?
Like, say, like, like hooked up with like his friend or something to like get him back, like something like that.
Yes.
Oh no. No, I don't think I have.
Hesitation?
Not out of spite.
She said,
right. No, I haven't done that out of spite.
I did it out of pleasure.
For real. I did it for fun.
And it was fun. No, I definitely have done it out of spite. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it?
Interesting. If you want to. I mean, it was just a question.
Interesting. What do you think differently about me now?
No, but I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
You're just a little angel, so I'm a little shocked.
No, I'm not a little angel. Not me, Cleo. No, so I had gone out. Me and my toxic ex, we had been broken up for a little bit, and we went out. And these guys started talking to us, and like me and him started making out. My friend and him started making out, or her man or whatever. And then I ended up like starting to text my ex while I was like at the club with him, and like he like mentioned it. He was like, "Oh yeah, you better text her." He like made a comment about it, and I was like, like fuck you, man. Like I'm trying to get with who I really want, obviously, right? But we were broken up, whatever. And he was kind of blowing me off. My ex was kind of blowing me off, whatever. After the club, my friend and her man were still trying to link up. He was gonna pay for a room.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's getting serious.
No, it's getting a little deep. Whatever. It is what it is. Sorry, Mom. So, but I told her, she was like, what do you want me to do? Because I was like texting my ex. I was like, just like drop me off at his house like real quick. And then like if he doesn't answer, like fuck it. And then, yeah, so she like drops me off at his house. We pull up at my ex's house, and then he's like, bro, what are you doing here? Like, get the fuck out, like leave. Like, what are you doing here? And I was like, fuck you. Like, I was so pissed, and I was like, take me to him.
Oh my god.
So it took me to her friends. And yeah,
interesting.
I went with a friend, and I acted, bro. The way I acted,
He's acted feral.
I was feral, bro. Okay, okay, I really want to talk about this because this is, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't talk about this. I'll tell you guys this later. But yeah, I acted like a man. Let's just say, like, I dipped while he was in the restroom.
Oh my god.
Long story short, he was in the restroom like after we had sex. Literally as soon as we finished, I went into the restroom, like I cleaned up, I got out, and he was like laying on the bed like this, like all like macho man, like, yeah, like, you know, like I just put that shit down.
Yeah.
No. I get out, and I'm like, I don't even make eye contact with this man. I'm like, where are my shorts? And I'm just like looking for my shorts. And then like, I guess, I don't know what he felt, but like, I guess because I wasn't even like looking at him, he like gets up and he goes into the restroom. I literally grabbed my shit and I dipped.
He like walks out as the door is like closing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Do you ever text him, or did he ever text you?
I never got his number. I didn't even get his number.
Oh my god. No strings attached.
Bye. No strings whatsoever. I don't remember like his name. If I were to see him in public, I probably wouldn't recognize him.
Oh.
But yeah, he texted like his friend and like to tell her
to try to get to you.
To try to get to me, be like, what happened? Like, I thought we were going to stay here all night.
The fuck?
And I was like, hurry, I want to leave now.
Girl, come on.
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
Yeah. I think we ran out of time though.
But yeah. Got to cut the episode.
We have to cut the episode short,
I gotta go clock in somewhere else.
She has to go clock in somewhere else. This is a good episode though. We need to definitely do a part 2.
Yeah, I definitely think part 2.
Sol wants to go to Vegas.
Oh my god, we should go soon.
Yeah.
We should actually plan it like sometime next year.
She's thinking like December. She wants to go this year. I'm thinking maybe for your birthday.
Maybe.
Her birthday. I'm thinking for
my
like
birthday is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be
Wouldn't
fun in
that be
Vegas.
fun? I'm telling you.
Maybe.
I had mentioned this to you, and you're like, I don't know.
Maybe, but I'm also not a big drinker. So.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely go to gamble. I want to gamble.
Yeah.
I like to gamble.
Let's
on
go
GTA.
start the year making some money.
Yeah.
Period.
Let's do it. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode. That was fun. That was a good combo.
Yes, it was a great.
It was
combo.
good, right? Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Sol, for coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for spilling the tea. And we'll be sure. Yeah, name dropping. We'll be sure to bleep them out.
Yes, we'll be sure to bleep them out and have you back on for part 2.
Yeah, for part 2.
For part 2.
Bye, guys.
Bye. The BBL wave. I'm dead.